All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome to the channel. Look at this, I got an SPD STS-B PDW. Wow, that's a mouthful, guys, but it's a pretty cool one. Let's check this out. You can also check out Fablades.com and see what's going on Instagram at Fablades, and let me know in the comments down below. Click that red button that says subscribe if you haven't done so, and let me know, guys. This guy comes with this recycled box, I'm assuming, embroidered nylon zippered pouch with a knife inside. There is an orange microfiber cloth, and that is it. A little plastic bag, and boom. Here we have this guy right there on the table. This is an interesting one. There's something that I like, something that is not my cup of tea, but it's all right because there's plenty of those. 9 centimeters long for the blade, and you get 11.5 for the handle. Overall, this fella is 20.5 centimeters. So look at that. You know what? Today there's not going to be any knife comparison because I don't want to. How about that? If you want, I can do it, but I'm not gonna. Today, no knife size comparison because I just told you, and we're gonna check this bad boy out. What do we have here is some micarta scales. We got some titanium pocket clip matching the finish, of course, of the bolsters right over here, which is a light sandblast, like kind of zir blast also, almost. There's some nice chamfering going on over here. There are these fullers, grooves on the blade, of course. Promethean Design Works style. We have some very, very good chamfering here, like nice 3D milling going on. The bolsters are contoured nicely. I feel a little bit of a step here. It's not like completely flush, so you can feel a little bit of a ridge. Not so much on this side, but if you closely check, you kind of see a little bit of a gap right there. So fit and finish, I would say it's all right. I mean, this guy is like $300 range, so we are starting to expect, yeah, maybe a little bit more attention, I have to say. But, yeah, we got a titanium backspacer, which has a nice jimping to it, I have to say. Yeah, very nice. Of course, it's matching the jimping on the spine of the blade. You get a lanyard hole loop going on the heel of the handle, which keeps intact and clean the design, so that is good. I like this little detail here. As you can see, there's a little bit of jimping on the liners, let's call them that way, which just adds a little bit of grippiness. Not that much, you know, when you're going to be doing this, so not much, but still, it's there. Appreciate that. It's a little nice touch. You get, of course, like screws underneath these micarta screws to, of course, hold together the 2 liners going through the back spacer right there. You have a hidden clip screw right over here, which keeps the back side pretty clean. Only 2 screws. One is very nicely hidden beneath the clip right over there, and the other one is just right over here. So pretty clean construction, and a little bit domed pivot sticking out, not obnoxious. It's looking pretty good. It's blind on the show side, and you get a T8 on the back. So same bit or T6, probably it's a T6 for the body, and it's also, what I noticed that, of course, no internal skeletonization to introduce any weight reduction, so that is just that. You have the centering backspacer, which protects and keeps the tip just safely recessed and centered, so no issues whatsoever. You have a stainless steel lock face insert, which is screwed in from the outside, and it has an embedded, integrated over travel lock bar stabilizer. So you're gonna have also the scales here. So there's really no way for you to be able to overextend the lock bar. So that's pretty good. There is No detent ball ramp, but it's kinda very soft. There's not really much of a hard stop, and I have to say the action is just supreme. It's just beautiful. Really good action. Nothing wrong with this. Very smooth. Guys, isn't that good? This thing flicks open like crazy. And just, let me see if I can, yeah, reverse flickable. I mean, that's pretty cool. So from the design perspective, what I'm really not a fan of is this part over here of the bolster. Why it has to go up like that? I mean, yeah, to create a little bit of a thumb ramp, but then if I want to use this jimping here, what is happening here? That I don't know. So this I'm not a fan of, this part. This I'm okay, it's not really bothering me. It could have been done like a little bit wider just to take advantage of this position like as a finger choil. This I really don't understand, because when it's closed it doesn't really serve much. Like, so they could have done like, you know, like this, and this just straight continuing, you know, the blade, but just goes up. It's all right. It's just like this. So also something you have to notice is the clip is just not really, I mean, it is, but kind of not perfectly lined up with the lines, just a little bit off. And that's, if you're OCD, probably it's not gonna sit well. But you have other nice things to check out. For example, M390 blade with a pretty good finish. Look at the studs with this little inlaid detail, dual studs. You have a nice crowned M390 blade, blasted Kraken on the show side, and just M390 billboarding going on. So pretty contained, not too bad. I mean, I would have preferred this to be maybe here in another location, but it's fine. You get this clip point blade with a nice swedge. It's not my favorite style. I just prefer drop point in this case, but you have a nice clip point, super stabby, 30% belly, straight edge up to the sharpening choil. You get to see at the end, just thickens up a little bit. It's not a big deal, but just thought to mention that. Plunge grind is nicely done, leaves exposed the heel, enough to be sharpened, but as you can see, it's a little bit thicker at the end. And let's see what is the thickness for the blade stock, 3.73 millimeters. And this fella right over here, 0.5. So not super, yeah, thin behind. That's what is going to do the job for sure. What is going to do the job is the sound, because cluck, swish and cluck, and ting, and swish and cluck. Deep, beautiful opening sound. Oh, that's really good. It's rich, it's full. It's pleasant, I like it. Clack. Ding. Beautiful. In the hand also is pretty good. If you want to know the weight, without me like, wow, all right, I'm taking down the studio here. Without taking down anything, I'm just gonna weigh this bad boy right over here. 112 grams for this guy. Not too bad. I mean, it's some substantial. It feels pretty solid. It has a good grip for sure. This is my favorite part, like Bradley Murray, JG kind of style. I like this. Is just perfect. How it just sits like here. Boom. That's great. I love this little detail here. Lock bar access is all right. I mean, there is a little bit of, you see, chamfer milling inside. Not much real estate. You have to just hold it like this and just jam your finger and do it. So not like Sebenza complete clear access, but still, it's doable. Yeah, so my battery just died, and let's keep going. I completely forgot where I was, but still, I was pretty much wrapping this up, telling you guys that the main thing that I love about this fella is the ergos. I mean, even if this aesthetically doesn't really do it for me, but the ergonomics of these knives are pretty good, except for when you want to take advantage of the jimping. But still, like in this position, it's gonna be good, and this is chamfered off, so it's not gonna really dig into too much into your flesh. But the main thing, guys, is the action. This thing is really snappy to deploy. You can do reverse flick, you can do dual flick, dual finger flick, just a thumb flick like so. You can do probably like this kind of thing. I mean, it's fidgety for sure. Not really a front flipper going on over here, but the action is very nicely dialed in, great detent, and the closing action as well. Super smooth, good construction, not perfect, but it's not gonna break the bank for sure. It has a pretty good lines, sounds very nice. I mean, there you have it. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.